Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to another trading session. It is another sunny day here in Portugal. I hope you're having some good sun in your country as well, or in your location, wherever you are. I hope you're doing well today as well. And I hope that the price action from yesterday's session didn't harm you, especially the NYPM session, which was quite violent, and it was one side only. Yeah, it was something that I honestly wasn't expecting. I was expecting a move higher on price, since we had left some liquidity here on ES, as you can see here. As you might remember, I had some drawdown yesterday. Took some positions here. Took some positions here. I'm sorry, my spouse just appeared here. Yeah, I took some positions here. I was not calm enough. I guess I was forcing things and was looking into NQ, and the job that NQ was really doing. Yeah, so at this point, I was in drawdown here. Did a lot of mistakes, over traded a bit here, because I was expecting a run to the upside. First of all, I was expecting a correction, and then a move to the upside. This was the first sell that I took after taking London highs. Was stopped out right immediately with this wick. And then I realized and was looking into NQ, and NQ just, okay, was just trying to push to the upside. And since we were respecting the order block here, I kind of longed, but got stopped out and realized, okay, ES might go back to the first presented fair value gap. And then I took a short here, and was able to mitigate some of of the drawdown that I was in. As soon as we took off from the first presented fair value gap, and then he was really heading to the upside, I took a long, got immediately stopped out because I didn't have the patience to wait for this liquidity here to be taken. But as soon as we took the liquidity out, yeah, I was convinced. Okay, now it's time to go, and we will probably revisit this week or eventually this. Took the long, took the majority of the position out here. Bought a new bought another micro with this retrace here, and then I just put my stop at break even, and yeah, and turned off the computer. And at at 1:10, yeah, 1:10 in the afternoon, I just received a alert saying that my position got stopped out in at break even, and I just decided to open the charts, and when I saw this cascade to the downside, I just took some scalps here and there. As you can see here, here. These were scalps on the 15-second chart, just to mitigate the loss that I had here on this type of consolidation, as you can see. So yeah, price came down a little bit more, and as soon as we hit 3 o'clock, prices started to consolidate, as you can see here. Asia consolidates even more, and London did some type of a manipulation to the upside here. And then on the pre-opening, we had what we can call the expansion to the downside. So Asia range consolidation or accumulation. London took Asia highs. So this was the manipulation to the upside. And then we followed through the downside, taking previous day low and even a bit more sell side, as you can see here on the 15-minute. Price really dig into the sell side that we were in, and almost touching the end walk here. We still have some more liquidity on ES here as sell side, but right now, what can we expect from price, right? Well, right now, looking at the higher time frame on the 15-minute, if you look at the 15-minute, we still have a lot of liquidity here above this 15-minute fair value gap. So what I'm expecting here, and as you can see, if we look into a higher time frame, we can eventually frame some. Just let me put another. Yeah, we can do this way. Okay, don't mind the end walk here. So this could eventually be the accumulation. This can eventually be the manipulation to the downside. So accumulation, manipulation, and we could eventually expect expansion to the upside, eventually until this low resistance here that we have. We can eventually expect something higher, probably until the end walk. But for that to happen, this inverted 15-minute fair value gap needs to hold, and is now being tested here. So if you look at the 15-minute, I will grab the 15-minute, so it's clearer on the 15-minute, I guess. So if you look, Asia and London is almost a range-bound consolidation or accumulation. Then we have a really fast manipulation to the downside. And for this to happen, I need to see this inverted fair value gap to hold, and eventually price will expand higher to this imbalance or to these weeks here. We have a low resistance liquidity here as well. So yeah, this is what I'm expecting. If price cannot hold the inverted fair value gap here, this scenario gets invalidated, and we might go lower, eventually digging into the end wall, or eventually taking out sell side liquidity here down below. But yeah, this one is my plan A for the day. We have some road bumps on the way, so let me just clear this out. Yeah, we got some road bumps. I was talking about the road bump on at 9:45 and right at 10 as well. So we have these two news driver, which we expect to do something to price. And yeah, as usual, I will probably wait for 10 a.m. to take anything. At 10 a.m., I will probably look for some type of a manipulation and try to engage with some type of a manipulation to the downside to expect uh, an upside move. But yeah, something clear must happen, honestly. So let me just mark the 9:30 open. We got the open already. So let me just mark 9:30 open. Here it is, 9:30 open. Oh, if you guys notice that the if you guys notice that the stream gets a bit delayed, or it freezes or something like that, just give me a heads up, please, because lately I don't know why the stream gets delayed a lot. And yeah, I just tweaked some of the OBS settings, and I hope that's fine now, and I hope that the stream doesn't get delayed or something like that. Okay. I really appreciate your feedback about about the stream. So as of now, 9:30 got us delivered to the downside. So just like I told you, if this inverted fair value gap does not hold, I'm expecting lower prices, honestly, because this would be our defense line, or our warrior that would eventually um, defend the BPR that we have here down below. But yeah, let's see. Let's wait and see. So far, we got our first presented fair value gap. It's a big one here. The first presented fair value gap, it's a big one, as you can see here. Um, and yeah, meanwhile, there's nothing to do. I will respect my plan, and I will honestly wait for the news driver to hit. I got burned a lot of times trying to engage with the market in a pre-news environment. So I do the most to avoid it. Yeah, so far we are playing inside the 15-minute inverted fair value gap, retesting the first presented fair value gap as well. 930, hitting 930 here as the opening price. Notice how price just reacted at midnight open. It clearly rejected midnight open, so this is not the best scenarios for longs. I have to admit. But I will wait and see if price moves something with the news driver or not. Yeah. Honestly, the majority of the sell side points have already been taken. You know, previous day high, previous day low. I mean, the sell side right below it. Yeah, and if you look at the if you look at the 4 hour on on NQ, both on NQ and ES, you can see there's a lot. There's a big SMT. So ES already took the lows of the 13th, and yeah, NQ is no way near of that. So if this closes like this, we might have a big SMT, a bullish SMT. But the only thing that is really making me doubt about longs is the fact that we already cleared a lot of buy side liquidity on NQ on yesterday's run to the upside. So yeah, it's not clear for me. I need some more structure here, some more time and some more price action to see if we will really go higher from here or if we will just continue to the downside. Yeah, so far we are working inside of the 15-minute inverted fair value gap, so nothing to do right now. Price is probably waiting for the news driver to hit. So right now we just have to wait, right? There's nothing more that we can do. And yeah, just let me share with you. Yesterday I had a conversation with some of some of some other Portuguese traders. And we talked a lot about discipline and a lot of about keeping up with the rules that we have in trading. Yeah, it's not easy, you know. I think that's something that you will learn with time, and you have to provide yourself time to learn that and to build a structure. Um, so that's not an easy thing, you know. I can see a lot of for example, in this case, I can see a lot of people, a lot of beginner traders that are studying ICT or whatever. Yeah, just they just go short here. Oh, this is a fair value gap. Oh, uh, yeah, we have relative equal lows here down below, so we will go short. Yeah, it might work, but you have to have the patience and you have to give yourself some time and give yourself a set of rules that you have to put in place at some time. You just have to engage with those rules. And my rules, one of them is you will not engage with the market in a pre-market environment. If you have news, you will not engage with price action before news. And even if I look at price and see a setup, um, yeah, it might be sometimes it might be frustrating, you know. Yeah, for example, when I was um, taking the notes on the chart and looking for a sell side and yeah, whatever, I was looking into price, and price was really here, somewhere here, and I said to myself, "Oh, what if I open a short? I'm almost certain that we will go to previous day low and eventually lower." Um, but then I remembered that I have to stick with the rules, and the rules say that I cannot engage with price before the open. So in fact, price really came, took buy side, sell side liquidity, previous day low. It came a little bit lower, and I was thinking to myself, God damn it, why didn't I take the trade? Um, but yeah, sometimes in order to build um, a good behavior and a good habit, most of all, we just have to stick with the rules for some time, even if we know that okay, this is almost a textbook sell. This will work. But yeah, we just have to give us that time and and be and be true to ourselves, because I know that if I break the rules, if I try to engage with the market in the pre-market, and I win, I will probably do it tomorrow and tomorrow again and tomorrow again and until there is no more tomorrow. So that's why it is important to stick with the rules and stick with the plan that we have to ourselves. It is very important. So yeah, price still working here. Probably just like I said, probably waiting for 9:45 and 10 a.m. news. Nothing to be worried about missing anything or anything like that. Um, which is we are just giving time to the market. So if our plan is right at this point, this violent shoot to the downside can eventually be our manipulation, taking out some liquidity here. And if our plan is right, we shall start to see some upside, moving far away from the first presented fair value gap. But since we have 10 a.m. news, I will just wait and will engage with anything if there's that possibility after 10 a.m. So whenever you see, this is a tip, whenever you see a large and fast move to the downside or to the upside, um, and then it stopped, it stops right away and starts to reversal slowly, uh, you can eventually, uh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work 100% of the times, but you can open your eyes to a possible manipulation of price. Okay, that's what I've been learning from tape reading and from all this time that I've been counting candles. So yeah, usually the manipulation is a fast move that stops right away. It's kind of weird. It's those are usually the characteristics of a manipulation move. A manipulation leg is a leg that it's quite fast, quite volatile, with a one direction only, and usually you don't have the chance to get in, and it stops right away, and then it starts to reverse uh, quite slowly, or it can eventually reverse quite quite fast as well, leaving some type of a BPR. So there's no action since the opening. Price is still mumbling around here, doing nothing. Just waiting for the last news driver to hit, I guess. We are still inside the first presented fair value gap. And let me just switch here for a bit to the 15-minute. So yeah, the 15-minute, it doesn't look perfect, honestly, because I would like to see would oh yeah, I really would like to see some kind of a bigger displacement to the upside. Um, it doesn't look perfect for some type of a bullish um, bias, but yeah, I'm just observing right now. I really would like to see price stepping away from the inverted fair value gap. This is what I really would like to see. Otherwise, if we're still inside of it for too much time, or if we dig lower, I believe we will continue lower and leave this buy side liquidity here for later. But yeah, so far we have a barcode here. Nothing special to see. So yeah, guys, if you're liking the streams lately, or if you would like to see some more streams like this, I will try to be here every day, but um, just give a help to the channel, and yeah, follow it, subscribe it, and like it as well, because it helps a lot with the engagement. Um, Growing my YouTube channel or my Twitch channel or whatever, it's not my main focus. I just do this for to be responsible with what I'm doing, because I know that that way I will have some eyes looking at me, and yeah, it will trigger some more responsibility and more accountability about what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, if my YouTube channel just starts to grow, and my Twitch channel as well, yeah, that would be gold. I mean, um, and yeah, that's something that gathering more people into this, I think that's always a win-win situation, because that way we can eventually learn from each other, and yeah, exchange some ideas and network and all those positive things that we know that make us grow. That's why I'm here, sharing with you my knowledge as well, and yeah. Well, so far things are running according to plan. We still have 10 a.m. news. So at this point, NQ is heading to the upside already. It's already taking out this high. So the question is now, will we maintain our bullishness after 10 a.m., or will the news drive price higher just to purge these highs, and then we drive lower? That's the main question that we have right now. But I guess we will go higher since we have a BPR on the 15 minute. Um, I believe this was the manipulation lag here because it was quite fast and with some kind of volatility as well. Yeah. So just waiting for the 10 a.m. news. Yeah, and on the 4 hour, we have the. Well, just let me mark the 4 hour low. So the 4 hour low should be 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. price was way above. So this was the 4 hour low of this actual candle. And this is the, I mean, sorry, 6 a.m. So this is the high of the 4 hour candle. Or is this one? No, it's this one. So buy side liquidity is the 4 hour candle. So let's see if price, I would not like to see price doing something like this, but it can happen, right? Um, I would like to see price continue to the upside. As soon as we take this high, I would like to see some kind of a manipulation to the downside, maybe at the order block, and then start to deliver a bit higher. That's what I would like to see. Yeah, but at this point, NQ is a bit way more strong. It's way stronger than ES. We'll mark these fair value gaps here just to see if we got them respected. and just let me check. Yeah, we still have 3 minutes for 10 a.m. news. I'm just opening my position size calculator as well, just to see if I can engage with price in some type of way. But yeah, everything according to plan. Price is displacing to the upside. Our bullish bias is being respected. Yeah, got no more coffee. So we still have 2 minutes. The macro is being respected as well. And notice about what I've been saying. Usually, when a move starts at one macro, there's a high probability that price will deliver until the next macro. So if a move starts in between 950 to 1010, there's a high chance, if the bias is right, if everything is aligned, there's a high chance that the move will continue until 1050 to 1110. So that's not why I'm not rushing, because if everything's in place and everything is working according to plan, um, price will probably be moving until the next macro. The only thing that's worrying me a bit now is that, yeah, ES is not moving, while NQ is just displacing to the upside. Um, and it's taking this low resistance already. This one right here that I was talking about in the first minutes of the stream. While ES is just, yeah, mumbling around here. So 10 a.m. 10 a.m. news didn't move as that much. Um, so yeah, I will try to find something now. I will just let ES take out this buy side liquidity here just to see its reaction. Yeah, it seems like the stream is running fine as well. I'm glad I was able to fix that. But if you see that the stream is being delayed or something like that, just give me a heads up, please. Because lately I've been noticing that the stream isn't quite running quite good. It's lagging a lot, it's delaying a lot, and it's freezing a lot, and that's not what we want, honestly. So let me check the higher time frames here. 3 minutes, the 2 minutes, and the 1 minute. So let me check another thing here. Hmm. Yeah. And what about this one? Yeah, it has some confluence as well. So this would bring us to. Mm-hmm. Remember what I was talking about when I said to you that this could eventually be the last manipulation leg. If you notice here you have another type of AMD, which is accumulation in between 950 to 930. Then you had the manipulation leg here, which formed the first presented fair value gap. Oh, just let me here to the downside. And then eventually the expansion leg here to the upside. So this was the AMD as well on lower time frames. Because like I told you, usually the manipulations are fast, violent, but they usually stop uh, right away. They stop. They suddenly stop. And it seems like, oh, why is this stopping? Why did you stop? And yeah, it's a manipulation usually. Yeah, and price is just running. These are the moments that can be very uncomfortable because, yeah, you are respecting the rules. You nail the bias, you nail the movement, but yeah, there's simply no entry right after news. So in this case, you just have to wait a little bit more and accept the fact that if price runs without you, that's equally fine. So you don't want to catch the fish with your hands because it will slip away. Honestly. So at this point, both NQ and ES already took all this buy side liquidity that was rushing here. We still have this one here on ES, but now I'm a bit more cautious about it. Um, and since ES is doing this zigzag, there's no possible entry here. I really would like to see some manipulation to the downside to be able to engage with price. Otherwise, I will not chase it. The best entry was here, without a doubt. But yeah, it was pre news driver. Um, so that's why we didn't engage with it. We could eventually taken an entry here at the first presented fair value gap as well. But yeah, it is what it is. I will not start with the ifs because the ifs can be very destructible as well. It can deceive us. It can put us in a state of mind that we don't want to be in. So the what ifs, what if. Never start with the what if, or try at least to avoid them because they will drive you paranoid. Well, guys, if you're liking the stream, just drop your like. Um, follow me if you're not following me yet. And yeah, it will help a lot. So price is now doing some kind of a retrace. I will allow it to go a little bit lower, or try to get it a little bit lower. I still believe we go a little bit higher, despite we taken out the buy side liquidity here as the 4-hour candle high. But that's why I'm not engaging with it right on the first fair value gap here. I want to see if this is just a retrace, or if ES just took the liquidity that was necessary to drive price lower. As you can see here, the 15-minute fair value gap was respected to the tick here, which can also be a red flag. Let me check the 3-minute. The 3-minute is trying to respect the order block here. So NQ stopped right at the 15-minute fair value gap as well, but the upper one, not this one. So let's see if this order block will hold, or if we retrace lower until this fair value gap here. Notice that we have midnight open in between the fair value gap and the order block as well. It can offer some type of support. Nice reaction here inside the order block. So I would like to see, I will give it some more minutes just to see if price really wants to go a little bit lower, because we still have, yeah, price almost touches it. Yeah, I can see here. Yeah, price stopping, not giving us a clear intention here. Well, NQ is touching the order block now. ES is playing right above it. Seems like we will go a little bit lower. NQ is pushing lower as well. So at this point, we are at the 50% of the leg, of the upper leg. Reaching for a midnight open. Retracing a bit lower. Entering the fair value gap here. Touching the 60 to 0.62. Retracing right back. Yeah, this is a nice reaction on price. But as I said, it's kind of tricky because the main buy side liquidity here is already taken yet. So it's kind of tricky to go long here. I'm not liking how ES is losing the order block as well, NQ as well. But I like the fact that we left some relative equal highs here. Yeah, we are retracing back down to the inversion, to the inverted fair value gap, probably first presented fair value gap. And if we lose both, then we will go lower. Yeah, it was a nice play, not taking a long here right away, because we already have taken the buy side liquidity as a 4 hour candle high, and NQ run, yeah, it ran a bit more than ES, and that's why I waited for something, and yeah, we in fact dig deeper than expected. We are still inside the the bullish fair value gap, but I'm cautious about this one, honestly. See, price is coming down here. Yeah, disrespecting OT levels. Inverting bullish PD arrays as well. We went back to the first presented fair value gap. So now let's see if we can eventually go back and run through these inverted fair value gaps, or if we dig lower. Well, seems like price is back to the first presented fair value gap here. The bullish scenario did not happen as I would like to on the on ES. It did on NQ. NQ did a good job, honestly. NQ cleaned these highs here. It did a pretty good job, but ES kind of weak here. I usually take these reversals on price whenever we go for the 4 hour candle. And yeah, but since I was expecting a continuation higher, I did not take any of these sells because this is not the way I like to short as well. The only trigger that I had here was inversion here and eventually this inversion, but price was wicking a lot to the downside, and I don't like when price does that. So now we are back to the first presented. And honestly, it's kind of a tricky day. Um, Major sell side has been taken already. Um, Buy side liquidity as well. So yeah, price can do whatever he wants, honestly. If we look at the 15, this was the range. It took sell side on a pre-open and took buy side right away. So it's kind of a tough day and a tough morning. Can eventually be here zigzagging back and forth. So yeah, I don't think we will have anything here until 11. It's kind of a shame, but it is what it is. What about you guys? Have you taken any trades yet? Have you traded yet? Have you done something? Yeah, just chat with me on the on a chat box. I will try to engage with you and try to answer any of your questions that you might have. Um, would be better for me as well, because that way would have always something to talk about. If you want to know about my life, I'm I can talk about it as well. So yeah, just ask me on the chat box, and I will interact with you, and I will try to fulfill your curiosity. Well, at this point, it seems obvious that price really wants to go lower, right? Um, but I guess it would be, how should I say it? Yeah, it would be a guessing game, because we have the first presented fair value gap acting as support. We have the inverted fair value gap on the 15-minute acting as support as well. And so yeah, it's kind of tough. And as you can see, price is just delivering to the upside now. So well, in the meantime, if you look at the 15-minute, there's some type of SMT as well. So a lot of SMTs, a lot of asymmetries, uh, which altogether um, make a low probability cocktail. Yeah, but this is also a rule. Whenever you have a asymmetry or asymmetries with SMTs, and whenever the behavior of both indices are not quite symmetric, um, you are facing a low probability environment, which means that your draw might happen, your bias might happen, but the conditions that you have to face for that to happen, they will be hard conditions, and usually the setups will get their stop loss hit. So that's a low probability condition and a low probability environment that I try to avoid, especially when there's some type of asymmetries in between ES and Q. And as you can see now, ES is just time distorting. I call this time distortion. Um, it's a horizontal box, is a barcode. And if you look at NQ, it's trying to drive price higher. So it's kind of a symmetry, you know. It's they're not doing the same thing. So in those cases, I try to stay away from it, and I try not to engage with the market. because I know I will face low probabilities. There we go. Price moving a little bit lower, but retracting right away. When price was somewhere here, I said that, okay, the logical thing is that price will move down. We will probably take out these lows. We will probably take out these lows here, and eventually take out the 4-hour candle low as well, especially on ES. And Q has to drive a lot to take those out. And if you look at NQ and ES, right on the 15-minute, NQ is right above here still, and ES is way back down. So I don't think this is the best environment to try to do anything. The initial bias was correct. The AMD that I was expecting, it worked, but it had no follow through. I was expecting a follow through here, and it didn't work. So yeah. But in the meantime, let's see if price really wants to dig lower here, or if this is just a manipulation to make price come a little bit higher. Yeah, the last days the last days have been very, very demanding mentally, because the setups are not that great, honestly, especially those presented on New York AM. Um, so in order not to do anything stupid, you just have to be very, very disciplined with what you expect from the market and what you want to do. So we are 20 minutes away from 11 p.m. I don't think I will catch anything, honestly. At this point, my gambler is yelling with me to go short. Um, but yeah, that's not what I was expecting from Price. So he might be right, but I don't want to deal with him. So I will just take my hand out the of the trigger, and I will just wait to see what happens. So accumulation here once again. Will this be the manipulation and an expansion to the upside? I don't know. Let's wait and see. So AMDs, or accumulation and manipulation distribution, works. They present themselves all the time and in different time frames. You just have to open your eyes to it, and to be able to anticipate them, you know. So guys, have you taken any trades yet? Have you done anything? Have you taken any trades yet. Yep, I'm green. Yep, um, I'm red. And not yet. So price reacting pretty nicely to the first presented, but leaving some relative equal lows here, which I don't like. Let me just check NQ. Yeah, NQ is way far from this price action. See, that's why I didn't like those relative equal lows. Let me just check where we are in the stream. So we have still 30 minutes, about 30 minutes in the stream. I will try to respect my stream time. So I will try to respect the 2 hours. Just in case if you want to watch the replay, it won't be a massive 4 hour or 5 hours or 6 hours stream. That would be impossible to see the replay. At least if you want to see the replay of a 2 hour video, you can put it on two times of speed, and yeah, it would be feasible to do that. So people are telling me they have not taken any trades yet. So yeah, it's been and it will be um, not that boring of a morning, honestly. The first minutes in between the news driver, they were quite fine, and not especially on ES, but on NQ they were fine. But as soon as we came to the 15-minute fair value gap, I was expecting some kind of a retracement to the downside and then another push to the upside, and it didn't. It didn't happen. So yeah, I kind of started to disbelieve in what the market wanted to provide, and right now we are just, as you can see here, in the middle of the range of the last 4 hour candles. Not OTE, but yeah, yeah, 50% of the range. So there's not much we can do when price is in the 50% of the range. And honestly, for the past 20 minutes, 25 minutes, price has done nothing. It's just existing here. So this has been, yeah, I guess the last couple of days, even weeks, have been um, quite challenging, quite demanding. Um, I've been noticing a pattern on price action, and what I've been noticing is that New York AM has not been the best session to play, honestly. And usually, this is another tip for you. If you want to know, if you want to write it down, you can write it down. That's not the case for today's action, but keep this in mind. Whenever whenever price action stalls or consolidates or accumulates in the first hour of trading, so between 9:30 to 10:30, you can eventually look for something after 11 because something will happen after 11. And the price action lately has been presenting ourselves with a lot of setups that begin right at 11, in between 11 to 11:10. That's not my time of choice to trade. I try to end my stream and end my trading session and my trading day right at 11, because I don't trust on price action after 11. But yeah, sometimes, and I believe there's just like cycles in the market where a session is good during a period of time, and then eventually it gets boring during another period of time, and then it gets better once again. And yeah, I guess we are facing a period where NYAM is not doing anything. Um, and usually on those days, you can search for a setup after 11, because whenever you have a good New York AM session, 11 in the morning is always the time where a retrace happens or a accumulation starts, because it's the time in the morning where the market makers or whatever, or the algorithm, wherever you believe, just stops. They just stop working. If you want to think it's the traders, it's the market makers. Yeah, it's their coffee time. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Traders, it's the market makers. Yeah, it's their coffee time. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. So they've been trading since 8:30, 9. So 11, it's the time in the morning where they just stop working. And okay, I will just grab my coffee and I will look at the charts for one more hour. And then I will eventually go grab my lunch. Um, but yeah, usually 11 o'clock in the morning is the time where nothing happens, or a retrace starts, or accumulation starts. But whenever you have a New York AM session that does nothing but ranging, you can eventually search for something after 11 o'clock in the morning. I will not do that because I burned myself a lot of times trying to search for setups in between 11 and lunch hour. Um, and I can't repeat it. I honestly can't. So even if I see something, I will not engage with it. That's that's my mentality now. Even if I see something, I can probably demo it or just to take that dopamine hit. But I will not do that on funded accounts or evaluations or live accounts or whatever you want. Um, I will try to to keep myself disciplined and yeah, obey my own rules, obey to my own rules. That's the main thing that we have to consider when we are trading. So yeah, 11 o'clock in the morning is approaching. I will mark the 10:50 to 11:10 macro. So we might have some action here eventually. But as I've said, I will just be a spectator now. Well, even if we continue to the upside, I would like to see something like this inside a macro. So a manipulation to the downside, taking out these lows here, or eventually even this low here. Take this out, retrace back down to the first presented fair value gap, gain support, eventually displace, gain support once again, and another leg to the upside. Because right now we have what we call here a low resistance liquidity run, which can be run with quite easily with speed. So I believe we are engaging liquidity here, engineering. I mean, we are engineering liquidity here. We now have to see some type of a manipulation and coming back inside the range, displacing to the upside, and eventually take out these highs here as the low hanging fruit, or these ones right here as the low hanging fruit as well. I don't know if I would go for this ones, but yeah, it might be possible. So this is the bullish scenario that eventually can happen at 11. If the bearish scenario happens, I would like to see the opposite. So taking buy side liquidity as these relative equal highs out, coming back to the range, displacing inside the first presented fair value gap, and reaching for this low and eventually this low right here. Keep in mind that this is a data low. It is a data low, so it can eventually drag price to this point here as well. So right now we have price coming down. Oh, there's a third option here where price just comes directly. But I would not try to engage with it because this run right here is quite suspicious. These are smooth highs, and these smooth highs always tend to be purged. So keep that in mind for the next couple of minutes. I will not engage with it. I will just watch it while it happens. Since we are right at 11. And I am just building discipline. So I guess everything is fine with the stream. If you notice some delay or some freezing or whatever on the stream, yeah, just give me the heads up because lately the streams have been quite they have not been good, honestly. They have been delayed for some minutes. But I just tweaked some OBS settings and it seems that it is fine now, but I honestly would like to have your feedback. And if you want to and if you want me to talk about something or to I don't know, to explain something or whatever, yeah, just type it in the chat. I see there's some guys here watching the stream, but nobody types anything. Um, yeah, I know that you guys like to be just like in lurk mode. I I understand that, but it is good to interact with you guys and to have something to talk about, you know? Because at this point there's a 2 hour monologue every day, so it's quite difficult for me to have a subject to talk about if you guys don't interact with me. So there we go. Nice displacement to the downside. To the upside, I mean. So it was not the perfect scenario because it left this one right here. Um, I would like, I would have been, it would have been perfect if this low got taken. And now I'm just expecting price to come here and eventually here as well. So as you can see, price is in nothing special in between 9:30 to 11. But as soon as we approach 11, yeah, we can eventually search for something. Um, and yeah, this is another example, clean example of AMD. So accumulation, manipulation, and expansion. So price always tends to do some things like this. Um, it usually works, but this is I have no strategy in terms of AMD. I'm just it just helps me visualize for the possibility of a manipulation. And whenever I see that price will eventually manipulate, okay, I'm then expecting an expansion, and I will try to frame my my entry for that expansion. This is quite a small range, so this is not the best scenario here, but imagine that imagine that we could frame something like this. This is a 3.6 R trade, and this would eventually work, I guess. But I usually don't tend to take such a small stop loss. I like to allow price to come a little bit lower, but no, not lower than the accumulation low because it doesn't make sense. Otherwise, price would go to the downside, and you would be wrong. So I accept it coming back to price back inside accumulation range, but not below it. So this would eventually be some type of an entry here. But since it is 11, I will not take it. So and as you can see, we are inside a macro. We are presenting some type of an AMD here, a micro AMD as well. Price came back to the first presented fair value gap. Price came back to the 15-minute inverted fair value gap. So in theory, this would work, right? But since we are in the middle of the range, as you can see here, since we are still in the middle of the range, things might not be that clear. Notice that the manipulation was done below equilibrium, below the middle of the range. So this is another confluence, but yeah, just like I said, it's not a 100% chance rate. So we just have to keep that in mind. I'm just curious to see if until 10, 11, 10 price will eventually displace to the upside, taking these relative equal highs here or not. And as soon as we hit 10, 11, 10, I will probably end the stream as well. So price displacing here to the upside, or trying to. Yeah, but see, price is not, it's not doing what we want. It should be quite a fast move to the upside. But in the meantime, it just took out these highs here. And it's just playing here. I will wait 5 minutes more just to see what it wants to do. So guys, have you liked the stream so far? Have you any suggestions to make? Would you like to would you like me to discuss any topic in particular? I don't know. Just let me know. Let me know what you think of these sessions. Would you like to see something else? Would you like me to talk about anything else? I don't know. Just just let me know anything that you would like to be or to heard be discussed. Now we see some action here. Notice how price came right, almost right at the entry, and then displaced right back above. I And yeah, this could eventually be the trade of the day. Um, but yeah, it seems like the next target are these highs here. But yeah, meanwhile the macro hour is ending as well. So we might have to end the stream too. I really would like to see where price really wants to go. If it will fulfill my target or not. I'm just curious to see it happen. Yeah, price really taking a lot of time to do anything. This is really a boring market, honestly. It's taking a lot of time to price to do anything. Yeah, it's such a boring market, honestly. We are 3 minutes past the macro. Oh well, nothing is happening. I'm just burning time here. So, guys, there will be more tomorrow. Um, thank you very much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate your help on my YouTube and Twitch channel. So I will be here tomorrow again. So tomorrow there will be more fish in the sea to try to catch. This was another break even day. Conditions were not that good. I was expecting a move to the upside here, retracing here, price retracing here, and a move to the upside, but price decided to come for 50% of the range. And then yeah, I decided to it's not my day to enter a long position. And I'm glad I did so because price really dig lower here with some type of a accumulation, manipulated to the downside, displaced to the upside, taking these highs here, and it's now coming back down to the range again. So it's it's like a zigzag, and I don't want to participate on it. Um, as I told you guys, you can eventually search for something after 11. The macro didn't provide us a clean setup, as you can see. So if you guys want to take a chance, you can eventually search for something after 11, in between 11 to lunch. And yeah, that's it for today. I will be here tomorrow. I hope to see you tomorrow as well. So don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and eventually see you tomorrow at the same time as ever. As always, have a good afternoon. And yeah, enjoy your day. Enjoy the sun that is outside if you have some. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Thank you.